Well, welcome to the seminar. You can see you're in the right seminar as far as that goes, publishing strategy, to partner or not to partner. My name is Naveen Gupta. I'll be moderating the seminar. We have 4 excellent speakers who will be speaking and presenting their talks. We have 2 from the society world, 1 from a university press, and 1 from a commercial publisher. So that should provide a very nice sort of diversity of content and different viewpoints. The way sort of the seminar is going to move forward is going to be each speaker will be here for about 30 minutes, 20-25 minutes talk, and we shall have 5 to 10 minutes of Q&A with each one of the speakers. And then toward the end, we shall end up with about 40 to 45 minutes where we can sort of, as a group, sit here in front of you, and you can have all the questions, and you can address those to different speakers. And in a way, it is going to be nice. Sometimes there is a dialogue that develops even amongst the speakers. They can start asking questions of each other and debating with each other, which will be fine as well. So the idea is to make it very interactive. And one of the things we did want to do is, rather than waiting till the end for all of the questions, because there are some questions that come up as the speaker is making a presentation, so we have 5 to 10 minutes for those questions as we go. Just to give a very quick background, the seminar, the 2 organizers who really sort of put it all together are Gurvinder Batra from Kiwi Tech, and I don't know if Gurvinder is here, and Barbara Chin. Barbara Chin is here. Thank you. And then the speakers, we sort of decided, since they are really 3 and 3, the speakers will stay sort of in the audience at the front table. They'll come here and give their talk, and then toward the end we shall all sit down at the table. And I see Gurvinder just walked in there. He's one of the organizers. So the speakers we have are Daniel Culp, editorial director from American Physical Society; Aaron Johnson, senior editor, STM Journals, Cambridge University Press, right here; Jason Miller from Elsevier, executive publisher, Health and Medical Sciences; and Charlene Squibb, associate director of journal production. And I will be the moderator. Just to give a very quick introduction, and I guess that would disclose some of our, at least in my case, my biases or my background to you as well. After spending about 35 years in scholarly publishing, or publishing as, I guess it's sort of in an auto move, I started doing consulting work about 5-6 years ago. So I'm based in Chicago, and I do consulting work mostly for scholarly publishing societies. Also serve as Secretary General of the Association of Subscription Agents and Intermediaries. It's an international trade organization registered in the UK, but it's sort of a virtual organization. And a lot of the subscription agents around the world belong to that, and a number of other intermediaries as well. And I also serve as a non-executive director of a UK-based company, and they have offices here in US also, right here in Connecticut, Turpin Distribution. So after about 40 years or so, I guess it's a very interesting profession. So I have a lot of passion and love for this profession. But I've worked over the years for different places, including societies, university presses, and also a stint at Reed Elsevier for about 6.5 years. Briefly about Daniel Culp. As I said, he's the editorial director at American Physical Society. And I guess I'll figure it out somewhere. These things keep moving forward on their own. So, and let's see. And during his time, he has been involved in all aspects of publishing, so he has a fairly broad, well-balanced background: peer review, production, distribution, and financial management of journals. So I guess you can ask him all kinds of questions from the society perspective as he gets into his presentation. And APS is a large society publisher, publishing 19,000 articles with about 150,000 pages of physics annually. Moving on to Aaron Johnson. Aaron is with Cambridge University Press, but based in New York, working with STM journals. I guess once I push it back, it stays there, but once I press it forward, it moves on its own. So anyway, he has developed textbooks, e-reference works, and his role at Cambridge has been primarily in developing and maintaining key society and editorial relationships. So he's eminently qualified from the Cambridge University Press to talk about the society partnerships. I think one of the things people sometimes do not realize, that it's not just the commercial publishers who are seeking partnerships with society publishers. It happens to be the university presses, and often some of the societies also. I mean, all of us have heard of American Institute of Physics. They used to have a lot of publishing partnerships with various other societies as well. So it is not just the commercial publishers. So that should be a very interesting, good perspective as well. And moving to Jason Miller, has been with Elsevier for, let's see, how many years did you say? How many years have you been with Elsevier? 8.5 years. Working there since 2008. He has been overseeing the growth and development of the orthopedics, biomechanics, and rheumatology portfolio. In 2012, he worked with the Arthroscopy Association of North America to launch the first video journal in orthopedics. And that's another area that is developing the video journals, which often the societies find that they do not have the technology or the expertise to do that on their own, but invariably you end up partnering with other companies, be it service providers or publishers. Then the last speaker we have is Charlene Squibb, Associate Director of Journal Production from the American Association of Cancer Research. And she's, let's back up. She's responsible for all production and manufacturing aspects of AACR's 8 peer-reviewed journals, all of which are available in print and online. And previously she was with Taylor & Francis, Walters Kluwer Health, and Nesbitt Graphics. Now, one of the things we talked about as Gurvinder and Barbara were organizing this seminar, I think in a way, when we think about partnership, I have a feeling everyone sitting in this room partners in some fashion. I mean, you partner with hosting platforms, with printers, with composition places, with circulation services places, and things like that. So really, we felt that as we talk about partnership here, rather than making partnership saying, well, scope is including everything, we are primarily going to focus here more so on publishing partnerships. So not as much getting into composition or online hosting platform or the printer kind of partnerships, but looking at the publishing partnerships. So that will be primarily the focus of the presentations as we get into those. Now, just to get started, how many people in this audience are representing societies? Societies that are scholarly publishing societies. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 14, 15. And how many are representing publishers who seek society publishing collaborations? So let's see. So I see some of the hands went up twice too, so that is good. So we'll have, all right. And what about others who did not raise their hands at all? And, okay, you are with a composition, no, technology services and APSCO. Okay, thank you. So it's mostly, I will say, I mean, we have societies or we have publishers with a few other people from the publishing landscape, one subscription agent and one about, I shouldn't say APSCO is much larger. I mean, you are a publisher too. So there we are. Okay, with that said, I am going to really start out with the first speaker. We selected the order to be, Dan is going to lead off, talking from a society perspective. Charlene is going to follow Dan, and then we will go to Aaron, and Jason will be the last speaker. And as I said, after all the presentations are done, we will all get together here too, but we will have question and answer after each talk as well. With that said, I'm going to ask Dan to come over here and key up his presentation here.